Well, we've just watched the latest juicy episode of Love Island UK, and Shakira is completely on the outs. She's been pied by everyone, so we must rehash.
Pretty people dropped in Mallorca, ready for a spoon and maybe a forker. This daddy's gonna make a splash, cause you press play on another rehash.
Here we are back again. Hello, I'm Wilko. Welcome to Rehash. Make sure you like this video straight away before you forget, and if you have not, make sure you subscribe. Sorry that I've been MIA. I've just been dealing with some crazy YouTube shiz, but I'm back and I've been watching the whole time to our beloved season 12. I don't have time to rehash everything in those episodes because of everything that's been going on behind the scenes. If you want to know exactly what's been happening, wait till the end of this episode and we'll all talk about it. We were left on a cliffhanger, baby. The voting public got to vote to save the islanders that they like. Ben, Rimmel and Harry got the least votes for the boys, and Toni, Shakira and Megan for the ladies. I mean, bring it in. Megan can't be that shocked with her being up there, right? Because she's got all this refusal to see any of the shit acting that she does, because she's just like never in the wrong. It's just the bessiest time. And if you don't know what bessiest means, it's messiest, but the best messiest time combined. We're just trying to like economize words here. And if we're honest, we always knew it was going to be Rimmel with how he was acting with Poppy at the sleepover, the multiple day sleepover. And then he ditched her and went back to Alima, and he should have known all along that she wasn't going to like stand for any of that. And it was obviously gonna get back to her exactly the things that he'd been doing, kissing out of challenges. That's a big no-no, sharing a bed with her. And Alima has crazy high standards, like at the best of times. Even the best guy would struggle to live up to it. In the end, when Megan got the lowest votes and was booted off the island, I actually was shook for a little bit. Like I thought she would be bottom, but I didn't think she'd be like below Toni. Clearly the public had turned on her for what she has done to their beautiful half-Italian mummy's boy. I really think if Megan could have just like given Tommy a chance to share how he's feeling and try to see from his POV, then maybe she would have survived. Maybe, that's a huge maybe. Emily saying, oh, I can't believe it. But deep down, even though she's a nice girl, she would have been thinking, ha 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 ha, bitch, I win. Connor was so happy, and then boom, the girl that he wanted and finally had in his grasp after a lot of hard graft is now gone before he could even couple up with her. And he is still coupled up with Emily. Like, I mean, it's actually really excellent producing. He gives her a little flower to take home and then a parting kiss.
No, this is the sweetest thing ever.
Give me a kiss.
Do we reckon Tommy's gonna get one? I don't think so. On his little exit interview before he steps away from the villa forever and ever, well, I guess for now, Rimmel regrets the Poppy stuff. But like, even if you picked Poppy and she came into the villa, you were just kind of giving her a chance. You were going to get voted off anyway. Also, weird that we didn't get to see a goodbye with Megan and Tommy. I wonder if they did and they just cut it out. I don't know. I really want to see that. Give me the footage. Also, Connor saying things like, I'd actually see Megan as a girlfriend on the outside. I mean, come on. You were like that with Emily when you first met her, and then she was like really into you and you were like, oh, no. Let's pick something else that's actually a really tough thing for me to pull off here. Oh, the girl who's basically coupled up with another guy here. Yeah, I'm going to pick that one. That seems like an impossible task. And he still pulled it off. I wonder if she did in the Hideaway. No, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Even though this is going to be a recurring theme, let's talk about the Toni, Helena and Harrison situation. Yasmin does make an excellent joke about how Harrison could actually just be getting confused because there's two hot women in red dresses and maybe he doesn't really understand. He just thinks both of them are Toni. I don't understand Toni's level of blow up. Well, actually I kind of do, because I think she really, really likes him. Yes, Harrison has been playing it down and I see it could really hurt her, but I think the reason it really hurts is because she actually really likes him, or she doesn't really like him. She just wants it to be a little bit more comfortable for a while. Toni does lose me a little bit when she says things like,
they don't even look good together.
They don't even look good together.
It kind of makes her the immature one, you know, considering that he's 22 and she keeps calling him immature. And Harrison continues to say that his head is still scrambled. So it doesn't mean that he's fully in Team Helena because he's 22. And, you know, 22-year-olds, we're not good at making choices. I say we as if I'm still one. Man who's pushing 40 on the internet. Okay, let's talk Shakira. I'm over her shit. Her carrying on with Harrison about what he has to do. I also don't think Toni wants an apology.
Toni was just about to leave.
Yeah, but
It looks like you're picking.
Like he's saying, yeah, I want to apologize, but I don't think now's the time. And Shakira's going, what are you saying now's not the time? Now's not the time, Shakira, and it's not about you. So get your schnoz out of it. And when he does go over there, Toni just makes no sense. She wants him to stay away, but then she also wants him to come in and check on her. Like, I don't understand. Also, she keeps saying that the disrespect comes from not going to the Hideaway. It's like the proximity to them going on a one-on-one date and him going to the Hideaway with Helena. That's the thing that's the disrespect. It's not the open, it's that this is the disrespect. And I don't really get that. I don't really understand that. What does that mean? What does proximity to a date have to do with disrespect? Like, I get that she might find it a little bit disrespectful, but in the end, open is open. Open means open, it doesn't mean closed. And I don't think he's actually playing it down with Helena. Like, I think he is saying that he's going to get to know her. I think some of the girls want more detailed explanation. I don't think, oh God, this feels like a risk for me to say. I don't think that Harrison is intentionally playing it down the way that Megan was with Connor with Tommy. Oh shit. I tell you what. If you understood that sentence, you are just as deep in this series as I am, and welcome. Again, I can see how Toni would be hurt because she seems to really want him. But again, maybe she just wants to have like a clear run for a while without having to like fight over her man. Harrison ends up having a pre-bed hug with Shakira, so I guess that they've kind of made up. And Toni, she cries herself to sleep. I mean, we only do that about the boys we really like. Anyway, it's a new day and the girls chat about how it doesn't make sense that Megan went home. The vibe in the villa with the girls is that they are living in this delusional world and just can't see out the clique that they're in. They can only see how Tommy is in this situation and not what Meg had done because they were always so supportive of her when she would go back and go, can you believe what he just said to me? It's like, yeah, but you're also not listening to him. For someone so young and inexperienced in relationships, it seems like he was actually trying to do the right thing.
It doesn't make sense. It don't make sense.
It makes sense to me, but actually in the comments below, let me know, considering that you're probably one of the people who voted, let me know if it makes sense to you that Megan went home. Oh, okay. So Shakira is really starting to get on everyone's nerves. It's not just mine with how she likes to stick her schnoz into everybody's business. Harry and Connor were having a chat about it, and they were saying how shitty it is that Shakira's in everyone's business.
I'm close to Shakira, but it's getting a bit too much for my liking now.
It's not just chatting on the sidelines. That's fine. Just have your little chit chat on the sidelines. But she goes and inserts herself. I do love, though, that Harry says that even though she does that, it's still not going to put him off her. Like, no matter what, he's still going to want to hump her leg. Okay, now, because Helena is not into Giorgio, not in that way anyway, and Yasmin is copying Giorgio laying it on thick. He says he's comfy on his own, but he really doesn't want that. He wants to be with someone, although he could be. If he wanted to be alone, he could be. Question, do you think that Giorgio, or G, is actually here like really to find someone? I don't think he's here to fuck around. I think he's a bit like Tommy. I think he wants to actually find a partner here. He thinks like it's a proper dating show. And I think Tommy thought he was going to come here and be a player, but he's just not built as a player.
So you're proper tease.
All right, now watching this episode, we're back to Toni because she is still burning over all of this stuff with Helena and Harrison. It's giving very young, even though she likes to call everyone else very immature. She says that it's done with Harrison because she doesn't want to be a love triangle bitch. I get that. And again, she says it's not about being open. You can get to know someone and you can do it in a respectful way. But going on a one-on-one date that she found like a great connection with him and then him going to the Hideaway with Helena the very next day, that's disrespectful. You're not covered by the whole open policy with that. And then there is a game, Snog, Marry, Pie. Ben is so prepared to get pied.
Hey, I'm expecting a few pies today, but I'm actually here for it.
It kind of makes me like him a little bit more because he knows that he's on the outs with all of the girls. But anyway, he says he's excited for it. So I guess any attention is good attention for Ben. He's not wrong. He's pied immediately by Alima. Helena goes in to kiss Harry, which I think is a dumb move. Like, move on, girl. She then marries Harrison. Okay. Toni is such a bitter Betty during all of this, which I love so much. Helena loses me a little bit when she pies Giorgio because she said, oh, I did it for real, and so I thought I'd do it again. which I think is just a little bit too brutal. Shakira shocks me and she marries Con, which is weird, and pies Ben, damn. And then she calls him a knobhead.
Yeah, just thought I'd let the knobhead know. It's no good at all.
Like, I love Shakira for the trash, mess, and drama, but as a human, she's just really losing me. Also, you need to explain to me this because I'm getting confused. Meg marries Tom, even though she was very much on Team Megan while she was there and Megan was being a piece of shit, which I find very interesting, but they really are talking up Tommy. I don't know. You had her back so much. Maybe you girls should have been a little bit more real with her. She also pies Ben, so no shocker there. Toni Lips Dejon marries Connor and pies Harrison. Could have seen that coming because
He's just like the rest of them.
Tommy finally gets a snog from Emily. She marries Dejon, which I didn't actually see coming. And Con gets pied. Oh, we're so shocked by that. This is wild to me. Harry then snogs Helena, claims there's a lot of lost chemistry, but
Definitely a lot less now. We haven't kissed in a while.
what? And then he tries to marry Shakira, who he's currently coupled up with, and then she rejects him. Oh, speaking of pieing, something I did find really satisfying was when Ben pied Shakira, because she is not the girl that he would go for, but I feel like he would absolutely 100% still go back there. Now, let's talk about the girls, because when Con kisses Shakira, I find that really weird considering how off her he was just moments earlier. For her sticking her schnoz in everybody's business, and then all of a sudden he wants to snog her, and just because she's fit? Straight boys. I'll never really understand them. Now, Shakira, when the boys get their payback, is having a meltdown straight after the game because Harry kissed Helena.
Why the fuck would he kiss Helena?
But also, Tommy pied her, and Shakira's like, why would Tommy do that?
I've always been lovely to him and I just feel like, what the fuck?
He doesn't really have anything against you, but you are putting your schnoz, I've said it a million times in this episode, into everybody's business. You think that you know it all, but you don't. And I also love that these three girls on the outs of that other clique are really turning on Helena, saying that she isn't genuine whatsoever. And what's the main reason that she's not being genuine, though, to the girls? What, because she's also exploring things with Harrison, but still holding, maybe it's the Harry name, Harrison, but still holding a candle for Harry? God, I wonder how long she's going to hold this candle for him. Oh my goodness.
Like, so done.
And that is it for the end of the episode. Thank you for joining me for another Rehashed Love Island. Make sure you comment and make sure you have liked this video. It really does help support the channel. Okay, quickly. I'm not wearing a tie today because I didn't feel like it, but also I'm rearranging stuff in here because I have to amend my process, because he's an artist. I have to amend my process slightly with everything that's been going on. Now, if you missed the post, basically what happened last week is that YouTube have, not YouTube themselves, production companies that own the footage that are used within rehashes have been going through with a lot of recappers, it's not just me, and anyone who uses their footage, they have been giving down takedown strikes. So if you get a takedown strike for a piece of content, sometimes you get like a couple of strike warnings, like with community violations and things like that. But sometimes they can just say, no, that's it, I want to take it down. Now, a lot of my videos over the years have been copyrighted, which means when you watch them, I don't get any of the ad revenue and all the work that I put into it. That doesn't matter. That goes straight to the production company. And I've been dealing with that since I started doing YouTube and since I got monetized as a creator. But now it's getting really serious that this channel could get deleted if I use too much vision. So I used to film myself watching the episodes, then I used to write some bits and pieces and then try and piece together the narrative or the bits and pieces that I wanted to bring out from the show. And that used to take a lot of editing. And it turns out it's not benefiting me, unfortunately. And I used to love doing it because I know there are certain people who like to watch the version that I do here instead of watching the whole episodes because they're faster and you get the core bits and whatever. So I used to love doing that because I find the episodes more interesting. Unfortunately, that's not what's going to happen going forward. But there are some pluses. So there's going to be less footage, but I'll still be able to show images from the show. And there'll be some scattered footage here and there when I can chuck it in and not be too scared. The best part about this is it means that I can get episodes done way quicker, which means I'll have everything done within 24 hours of the episode airing, which is what everyone has been saying for years. Just get them out quicker. So that's what I'll be doing from now on. It also means that we can just go live after some of the episodes and I don't have to worry about having footage ready because it's going to be you and me and we're going to be chatting about the episode. It does mean if you haven't seen the shows, maybe Rehashed isn't going to be for you. It can just be for the series that you're actually currently following. But what you need to know is that I really appreciate your support. Even if you can't donate, even if you can't give super thanks, if you watch all the way through and you're a part of the All the Way Club, which I'm going to speak to the All the Way Club in a second, it really does help the video. So I really do appreciate it. Remember, if you click on one of my videos, watch all the way to the end and be a part of the All the Way Club. Now, I want you to write in the comments below, out of the girls, because that's a little bit controversial. See, Rimmel, I thought, yeah, he was going to go. But out of the girls, I want to know who you think should have gone home. Should have been Toni, Shakira, or Megan. Toni. I think, oh God. No, maybe they got it right. Maybe it's me. Anyway, I want you to pick one of those names, put it in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode tomorrow.